Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 19 of Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends. In this episode, we are going to start on free mode, which, by the way, will take care of most of the battles that we have not done. Well, in the last 18 parts, that is. There is one particular Wu Tales that is split between Wu, Wei, and Shu, and that is called Eliminate Zhang Jiao. This battle that we're going to do is what happens when you skip Yellow Turban Fortress and Yellow Turban Menace and go straight to Yellow Turban Rebellion and allow Zhang Jiao to get away. This takes place afterwards. So here is the deal. While the difficulty is rather easy, on paper, it's anything but. And I might as well put on my actual guards that are at their max limit, because these guards right here aren't actually completed yet. So with that said, let me show off whatever equipment I have to those who are just now subscribed and just joining me on this playthrough. I have level 2 orbs, I have level 14 tortoise armor and peacock urn, level 10 tiger's amulet, level 8 Huang's bow. Now then, as you can see, there are a bunch of yellow turbans here. The main thing is, Zhang Lu is going to appear somewhere in this area here where I'm pointing at. Your objective is to make sure that Zhang Lu does not, one, take both of the castles, and two, does not meet up with Zhang Jiao. Because if Zhang Lu meets up with Zhang Jiao, everything goes straight downhill. Because it's bad enough that Zhang Jiao is going to be casting spells throughout the entirety of the playthrough. And also, so will Zhang Bao.
We will then use the fortress to stop Zhang Lu.
The problem comes in that Zhang Lu will also be a part of Zhang Lao's sorcery. You see, up until Zhang Lu is defeated, Zhang Lu's, multiple Zhang Lu's will start appearing left and right. And in order for you to actually stop that from happening, you have to eliminate all of Zhang Lu's troops, and more importantly, eliminate Zhang Lu himself. And not get closed out of the fortress. If I would have actually, went the other way, no, if I would have through the fortress and cut him off at the pass and just kept attacking him, turn around, you idiot, turn around. If I would have cut him off at the pass and actually just kept attacking him, Zhang Lu would not have made his way to the fortress, but unfortunately he will. Don't worry, he's not going to make it to Zhang Jiao, I promise you that. Now, what happens if he does make it to Zhang Jiao? Well, Zhang Jiao will have a spell where there's nothing but Zhang Jiaos that will spawn on the board, stalling you from the real Zhang Jiao. Oh yeah, and take into consideration the time limit. That too is a factor. So yeah, you're gonna have to destroy all of the enemy officers, and if one officer decides to get close, like clear the southern fortress, well, guess what? You're gonna have to run.
We will face Zhang Lu there.
And while you're killing off enemy officers, you're only getting experience for these officers, as opposed to actually, how should I put this?
Focus on the enemy soldiers.
No, and by the way, this is the clue I'm talking about. Listen to Sun Jian or whoever's the leader when they say the enemy's forces is the weakness. While yeah, that includes taking down the illusion itself, at the same time, this also means that we're gonna have to make sure that these guys not only don't reach the northern fortress, but make sure that they don't reach Zhang Jiao. So that's pretty much what's going to happen.
Aren't we? But the eye of heaven sees all.
And since we're close to Zhang Liang, or I said Zhang Bao, doesn't matter which one it was, they've summoned a rock slide. And I apologize for that. I thought that was completely shut off, but it was the buzzer of my ringer. My bad. But anyway, the rocks, despite my incredibly large health, is doing some damage. You are not protected from environmental hazards. Just thought I'd point that out to you. But defeating was that Zhang Liang or Zhang Bao?
Defeated.
That was Zhang Bao. Yes, that was Zhang Bao. Defeating Zhang Bao would make sure that the hazards will go away. And also defeating Pei Yuan Xiao, well, just means Pei Yuan Xiao's defeated. So now comes the rather egregious part. You're gonna have to go and stop Zhang Lu from reaching the North Fortress. If you could cut him off at the pass, by all means, good. If you can't, well, you got a SOL. Now, another thing that needs to be taken note, when Zhang Jiao starts casting spells. Okay, casting more spells than what he's already doing. Yeah, he has soldiers to spare. Therefore, the more you cut down Zhang Lu, sorry, why did I say Zhang? Yeah, I mean Zhang Lu. The more you cut down Zhang Lu, the more he's going to appear. Now, as I was saying, if Zhang Lu's forces are still present, whatever forces of Zhang Lu's that still survives will all turn into Zhang Jiao's, and you will have a massive army of Zhang Jiao's to deal with, which is something you do not want to deal with.
Focus on the enemy,
because they will all have like high morale and Lubu type defense. So I'm cutting every single soldier down until I actually cut every last one of them. Okay, let me try this again. I'm gonna cut every last one of them down until they're all dead, and only then will Zhang Lu appear. And if Zhang Lu appears, that pretty much will mark the end of Zhang Jiao's plan. However, it doesn't. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry about that. That's the mailman, and the mailman just so happened to mail the best thing to ever come in my lap: Soul Calibur 6. But enough about that. Let's talk about what's going on screen. As I was saying, Zhang Lu is not just the main focus of Zhang Jiao's power. You see, Zhang Jiao also has one other trick up his sleeve. But first, let's kill off all of Zhang Lu's troops, because Zhang Lu will not appear until all of his troops are dead. And with all of his disciples dead, the real Zhang Lu appears. Now, where exactly is Zhang Lu? He ran around. Oh, there he is. The thing is about Zhang Lu, he is actually a superpower generic. Be careful, because superpower generic, even at level 1, can be dangerous.
Fate can be cruel.
I mean, if you don't have the stats to actually fight superpower generics. But with Zhang Lu down, Zhang Jiao will have no choice but to activate his trump card, which can actually screw over your whole entire army if you aren't quick to act.
I have no choice.
That trump card, by the way, is him turning all of your soldiers against you.
Is wrong. This is sorcery.
And that means every single checkpoint that you had up until this point will belong to Zhang Jiao, meaning you'll have no choice but to recapture the checkpoints, and also you will have no choice but to find Zhang Jiao's altar and how should I put this? You have to find Zhang Jiao's altar and stop the spell from happening. Because the longer that spell is happening, the longer the altar is up, your soldiers will
always need ceremony.
Slowly but surely keep defecting every minute. And if they keep defecting, Sun Jian will be struggling to the point where even his pitling soldiers can kill him in a couple of hits, which is something you do not want. But until then, it'll slowly but surely affect your characters that are backing up Sun Jian, no matter who they are.
Enemy officer defeated.
By the way, there went Shang Liang, so you don't have to worry about him using his magic to actually stop you. The real magic is right here, and I can't believe I keep saying magic because, well, Dynasty Warriors 3 had one of the more hilarious lines. I kind of stopped there for a second. So what you need to do is destroy all these ceremonial implements, just like you did in Yellow Turban Fortress, I believe. But beware of Zhang Jiao. Zhang Jiao is, of course, the commander, and therefore he's gonna have buffs. Break all 3 of his ceremonial implements, and that will take care of Zhang Jiao's plans once and for all. And all of the hypnotized Wu soldiers will turn back into regular Wu soldiers. However, you'll have to go back and recapture every single checkpoint in the entirety of this stage. By the way, sorry if it's skipping, folks. I don't know why, but it's been skipping like this for the longest. But by the way, I need to tell you that there is a dim sum and there is a angel wine. You just gotta look for it, and the thing is, you're kind of on a short time limit.
Spirit shall prevail in the heavens.
So, with that said, now would be a good time to end this because we just got finished ending Eliminate Zhang Jiao. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I think that takes care of the battle, and let's see what we got here. Only a dragon amulet? Aww. Oh well, at least we'll get something better. I mean, next part, I do believe. But for right now, I think we're gonna call it a part, because at least it didn't end with somebody dying. If you knew how to do this right. If you don't, well, you'd have been screwed over. But let's worry about that some other time and worry about the next part, which is the unification of Jing. This one's not too bad, it's straightforward. This is RPMan985, see you guys next time.